Hello dear friends, welcome to Side Academy for CS. In this video we will talk about statements in Java. So statements, if I simply say statements are like a sentences. So for example, if I say that I am a sender right here, I am sending some messages to the receiver. This is not actually the client server architecture, but just for the sake of understanding purpose I have taken this example. And I want to go for, here is a receiver. Say this is actually throwing some sentences and it is receiving some sentences. Now these sentences should have a clear meaning so that this receiver could understand. Now in programming language, we say that statements are instructions which tell us our compiler what to do. So it is some sort of communication from our source code to the compiler. That's why I have taken the example. It is some sort of, say for example, if it is our source code, and in source code we have written some code over there, and I say that if I mod, for example, 2 is equal to 0, for example, that means number should be even, or if or else number should be odd. Say for example, so this is our source code, and the source code goes to the compiler, and inside that it will check out, okay, user is entering the number. If the number modulus 2 is equal to 0, and say the quotient is 0 or the quotient is not 0, it will work accordingly. Now as I told that statements are instructions which tells our compiler what to do. After clearing the definition of statements, we will understand the types of statements. Some types of statements we have already worked on that, we have already understand that concept, but at that time I have not told you the concept about the statement because I know that I have to take a statement class separately in this session. Now the thing is, we have discussed about expression statement early when we have taken the concept of operators, where I have clarified the concept of expressions over there that are actually our expression statement. If you have not checked out the video, link is in the description, you can check out over there. Then there is a declaration statement. These declaration statements are being simply when we have taken the concept of variables, where we have declared the initialize variable. These are the declaration statements that we have used over there. And if you have not also checked out the video, I will put the link in the description, you can check out that. Now the main important, that is actually the base of our statements and the base of our logic, is control statements. Actually, what actually control statement is? Control statements actually which controls our logic on the behalf of some restrictions, on the behalf of some conditions. Say for example, I have the number 1 to 100 and my task is to print up even numbers from 1 to 100, all those even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 till 98, or if it is less or equal till 100, say for example. Now the thing is, I need to control it. I need to control the series. What actually I will do? I will use the control statements just to put some restrictions. If those restrictions, if those constraints, if those conditions get satisfied, then only give me the even number. If the same condition are not satisfied, then simply give me the odd number or simply give the blank result at that time. So I want to go for 2, but I won't skip 3. I want to go for 4, but I won't skip 5. I want to go for 6, I won't skip 7, then 8, and so on up to, say for example, 100. This is my logic, and here I'm controlling my series with the help of control statement. Here I'm controlling my series with the help of control statements. Now this series we will when we approach to loops, when we approach to conditional statements, when we approach to jump statements, there we will understand this concept fully. Now I hope till this it is very clear to you. Now if we move towards the hierarchy of our statements, now this is our hierarchy that we will follow. Say we have the control statements. Inside the control statements there are 3 sub-statements. One is called the condition or selection statement, another is called the loop or iterative statement, and one more that's called the jump statement. Now inside the conditional statement, where we have some conditions, on the base of that condition our our work will be done. So for example, simply if I take the example of even odd, if the number mod 2 is equal to 0, or if the quotient is equal to 0, then print me even number. This is actually with the help of conditional statement. And inside the conditional statements, what we will study, about if statement, will study about if else statement, will study about if else if statement, then there comes the if else ladder if else, then there comes the nested if else, that we will look out in this in upcoming sessions separately. Then there is this switch statement. This switch statement you will merely use it in real projects. We will discuss why when the session comes about the switch statement. Now there comes a second, that is the loop or iterative statement. It's simply like this. It's simply like this. Unless and until the condition doesn't get false, it will not leave this loop. That is it. Iterate. It actually iterate is the number one after another till till the condition gets false. It will come out the loop, and then the statements that are present inside that very loop will get executed separately and will get displayed separately. Now inside the loop or iterative statements, what we are actually stating about a for loop, a while loop, do while loop, and one of the strongest, one of the hybrid loop, that is the for each loop. And you have seen these loops, but this is in Java. This is not present in C++. And we will talk about jump statements or flow statements. Now, what actually jump statement mean? Jump statement means that in some cases you want to exit from loop suddenly. If you go for the event series from 1 to 100, you want to break it at 20. It is simple. You are actually using the jump statement over there. That is the break. Then if you want to skip some iterations, that means it is not being used. Okay, I want to skip odd numbers, I want to display even numbers. You can use the continue, one of the easiest way. Then if you want to go for where the value comes from, that is simply a return that we are using actually in functions. Now this was whole tutorial about statements, some of the terminology that we have discussed related statements, and we discussed about the graph of control statement that we will follow in upcoming sessions. And in upcoming video we'll talk about conditional or selection statement, where we use if statement, and we will do some programs on if statement, and so that you will get a clear vision on the if statement, and you will use this if statement in your daily life, because I will make it very easy, inshallah ta'ala. And my request to you is just give your time on this video and subscribe my channel, share this channel with your friends, so that they will get this concept. Thank you. Have a nice day to all of you. We'll meet soon in next video with next level concepts. Thank you.